InStyle. I'm Yerin. Hi, I play Sophie Beck. Come along with me as I get ready for a day on set. Oh no! Oh no, take two! This is my amazing, sweet makeup and hair artist, Valley.
Oh,
Oh, thanks. Makeup time is sacred time for me to kind of just get in the zone, think about what's happening in the day, the scenes, the scripts. We're doing the Bridgerton maid look today because obviously in the scene she's working at the Bridgerton household right now, so it's not simple, but it's a lot quicker than some of the other hairstyles we do. On a given day, it takes about, I think, 50 minutes to do hair and makeup. Yeah, not too long compared to some other cast members who have wigs and quite glamorous makeup looks. It's all about function, I think, because she is playing a maid, so nothing that will make her pop. Back in the day, obviously, maids were almost invisible to nobility. So when she does go to the masquerade ball or the Queen's ball, it also represents a different emotional side to her. So I think that's also represented in the makeup and the hair. We've been shooting for a couple months now, and I usually get my pickup time really early, so like 6 or 5 or something like that. Come to set, have breakfast, come straight into hair, makeup, costume, and then off to set and rehearse the scene, block the scene, and then we start shooting. I think it's probably around like 12-hour days. I always try to bring a book because it kind of helps me step away from the world sometimes because it can get quite overwhelming. So when they're setting up different shots, I love to read a book. I'm reading a book called Butter at the moment by Asako. When I go home, usually I'm pretty knackered, but I try to journal every evening and just talk about like what's been good today, what I've been grateful for, and I think that always makes me grounded. Well, Beyonce, I'm a Beyonce fan, so I always chuck her on, or like some R&B, sometimes like bossa nova music, jazz music. But if I have a bit more emotional scenes, I do have a playlist. I try to listen to that and I pick songs that I think are more relevant to a certain scene or a certain emotion, and I listen to that to kind of just help me tap into the day. What's really funny is like an apron. Because Sophie always wears an apron, and I think that really just helps me be like, yep, you are a maid, you're here to serve. Or, putting on this headpiece that none of the Bridgerton family wears, I think is always just like a reminder of I'm in uniform, you're not. Little things like that I think help just remind me of Sophie's place and Sophie's role in a household or when she's around people. This whole theme of the mask has been really interesting this season because obviously, from the first episode, from the get-go, Sophie goes to the masquerade ball and she has a mask and she kind of covers her identity. And then later on in the season, she attends a different ball and she doesn't wear one. And I think that's kind of her letting her guard down and being able to embrace who she is, and, through your community and through being able to love yourself, you can let that guard down and you don't have to hide anything anymore. And so I think that's why the mask theme is really fun to play with. When I first got the role, I thought Sophie was sassier and there's like a kick to her. But then as I was playing her, I realized that there's actually so much hurt and a lot of unresolved issues and traumas that she hasn't fully come to terms with. And I think through Benedict, she's able to kind of answer that for herself. And I think that's why they fall in love, because he sees all parts of her. The connection with Luke has been really natural. And I remember the first time I met him, I was like, oh, I think I'm in good hands. Yeah, it's really strange because Luke and I actually don't really like to rehearse our lines before the scene. We kind of like to see what happens in the moment, truly. With Luke, I trust him a lot, and so I think I trust that whatever he gives me, I'll receive, and vice versa. So it's actually been just super seamless. Yeah, it's been really special, and I adore him with my whole heart. Obviously, the season is inspired off of a Cinderella story, but there are different elements to it. Like Araminta is kind of the archetypal evil stepmother, and she is really cruel to her, and same with Rosamond. But I think the thing I took away from the whole Cinderella trope was being able to treat people with kindness still, even though they are cruel to you. Right, I'm all dressed. This is my Bridgerton maid outfit, and come along with me to rehearsal. This is Tom Verica, the amazing director and EP, Bridgerton, the man, the myth, the legend. We are at the stage, and I'm gonna go into rehearsal, so I'll see you in a bit.
And go. Or it's a bit like, you know, when people are learning a foreign language for the first time, they're like, I like basketball with my brother and strawberry milkshakes. You know what I mean? It feels a bit like that. Tom, yeah. I'm Scorpio.
The cast were all super lovely, and I think they didn't want to bombard me too much with like, remember this or this or this. But I just remember Nicola going, I'm here if you need anything. Same with Simone and a lot of the other cast members. They just wanted to make sure that they knew I had a community if I needed it. But I do remember Nicola just being like, it's gonna be tiring, but just have fun and just enjoy this ride. I think what's special about this season is the kind of societal rules and expectations and how these two people find ways to overcome that with the power of their love. Just finished rehearsals and we're gonna go shoot. Thanks for following me on the set of Bridgerton. Bye. It's all about finding someone who's willing to stand beside you and fight through that.